So I made my first manga. And while doing that, I just covered a lot of areas I'm weak at. The background is literally non-existent here. And other people also pointed out what they think my weakest areas are. And so for the next couple of months, I'm working on my weak points. And after I'm moderately satisfied with my art, I'll move on to writing NIWA 0.1. I'm gonna call this series The Road to Mastery. I'll share everything I learned along the way in hopes of helping someone out there who's also struggling with the same things I am. Personally, I think backgrounds are my weakest area, which is funny because literally no one pointed that out. I thought that's so weird. And secondly, I think panels, backgrounds and panels. I don't fully understand how to direct the reader's eye. And I feel like I need to work on that because good panels, good flow, it will make the manga more enjoyable. Let me actually go through what people pointed out for me. The Kumo Sensei. I think this was the most detailed, review anyone sent me. I'm just gonna read this short part. As an actor, I read scripts and dialogues on a daily basis. So I can say for sure that the biggest struggle is storytelling and dialogue. I agree. I remember just immediately typing out a script. I It was so fast. I didn't give it any real thought. I typed out the script. I immediately went to storyboard. I wanted to finish the storyboards as fast as possible to the point that I started working on the pages before I was even done with the storyboards. You can literally see that in those earlier videos. And yeah, after that, I put a lot of effort into it, way more than I thought I could. But anyways, I didn't give any real thought to the story and stuff. So and I honestly, even if I did give any real thought, I don't think I would have been able to pull it off properly. I don't think I have the skills at this point in time, which is why this is definitely my third biggest weakness. Storytelling. Thank you so much, the Como Sensei, for the feedback. It was extremely helpful. All right. The second advice was from a person called Maximilian on Manga Plus. That was their username. This one says you have a very energetic art style that you use very well. You also have a good sense of composition. I don't think so, but thank you. Which you used to make a few amazing shots, like when the main man is scrambled into a ball. That scene in particular was amazing. However, I think you could really improve by adding some lighter values. I felt that a lot of panels were too dark. It was hard to tell what was happening. This exact point right here. Hard to tell what's happening. I think it sums up almost every other comment I got. Here it is. Sometimes you draw too many stuff in one panel and it distracts the readers. Like the panel I circled. He sent me a screenshot. This was a comment by Zach Starlight. I just have to say that it was amazing. The only criticism I could give is composition. It was hard to tell what was going on at the start, but I got soon after. This is another one by Carpet Hello. That was so freaking good. The art had me blown away. I will say I was a little confused what was happening at parts. This was a really big point that was made clear to me, and which is obviously my third weakest point, which is essentially, I don't know if I would call it composition or whatever, but conveying information. I would type it like that. It's way easier for me to understand. There are a lot of people who said the art was good. It was good, but there was too much stuff going on and they didn't know what I'm supposed to be looking at. I am actually flattered that you think that you actually think my art was so much that it was distracting. That's I am taking that as a compliment. The last review I have right now is from Noir Manga on Instagram. And she said, also, I think it would be useful for you to practice the head and the face. It's super important, and there are lots of panels where the face wasn't right. I agree. And the face is they weren't the best. So I need to work on my heads and faces. That is actually why you guys probably noticed these shorts I've started posting of me just drawing like portraits of uh people's profile pictures and their suggestions and stuff. It's essentially to improve my heads and faces. Those were the only reviews that told me about my weaknesses, that pointed out. So, because I would honestly want to just read every single comment. I would want to do that, but no one cares about that. Which I don't want to waste anyone's time, but you best believe I reread those same comments over and over. Like I mentioned, I'm a little burnt out, so it's very hard for me right now to draw seriously or for a long period of time. But I'm trying to ease back into it. Open one is coming in the near future. Just give me a couple months and I'll be working on that. If you enjoy what I do, you can directly support me by donating to my Ko-Fi, or you can become a member of my Patreon. I was asking myself the other day, what am I trying to do, right? With my YouTube channel, I mean. And I came to the conclusion that I want to be an inspiration. I know, who am I to want to be an inspiration? But I just feel like there are too many people that give up way too easily. Here's a short. My boy commented on this a couple of days ago and he took me back. This was me at 1 year of drawing. I was terrible. This was the very first time I drew my character. And I want to show everyone that you can do it, you know? You just gotta work at it. This is me then, this is me now. I don't know. I feel like someone would probably find that uh, motivating in some ways, but I don't know. It's just a silly idea, and that's just what I'm trying to do, what I'm trying to be. But yeah.